They do not. Good afternoon, and welcome to Retire from White Sugar Gracefully Part 2. This is Sue Lawton, and I have our friend Deb Weyland. Deb, are you there?
Yes, hi everyone. Welcome.
Yes, all of you brave souls who are going to work with your addiction. And we're going to name it an addiction because that's what it is. And here's our first clue that I need to start eating more healthy, but first I need to eat all the junk food in the house so it's not there to tempt me anymore. Well, this is an exaggeration, but you all know how I love John's hot dogs that he makes for me. So we're off of hot dogs now, okay? No potato bun bread, none of that, because we are going to toss the demon out.
Yes.
Debbie found some really cool facts for us.
Oh my gosh, this so shocked me. You have to walk the full length of a football field just to burn off one plain M&M candy. Not a bag, one.
Right.
Can you
And well,
imagine?
if you use coriander, coriander is your pal. So have one M&M,
Well,
go to
yeah.
the football field, put coriander on your tongue so you don't get any more M&Ms, okay? And start walking.
Yeah, but it's like that Lay's potato chip. You really just can't eat one.
Right? Well, that's why I don't bring those home.
Yeah, no, but it's like the M&Ms. How many people do you know eat one?
Yes.
So, yeah. So, anyway.
I would say once you learn how to be happy, you won't tolerate being around people who want to make you feel less at
Yeah.
all. Okay. Now that goes for
Yeah.
your eating habits. So if you go out to eat with people who have to have French fries, who have to have two desserts, oh, come on, have a bite. I can't eat the whole thing. Have a bite. Then during the
Mhm.
period of time that you are gracefully retiring from sugar, you're just not available. You're writing your book. You are painting the den, even if you don't have one. It's a good excuse. People, yeah, yeah, see you later. Bring me a salad. I'm good with that.
Yes. Yep.
And we want to
Ooh.
talk about this. People often forget
Mhm.
how wonderful the molecules of doTERRA's essential oils are. It's really important you understand I'm only speaking about doTERRA whenever I'm speaking about essential oils because they are my absolute favorite.
Mhm. Yeah, we do tend to forget how well the oils penetrate the cell wall to get rid of all those bad things.
Right. So if you say to yourself, I can't have a phone conversation with my mother without a treat, without bread and butter, without a toasted muffin and honey on it. If you have emotional motivation before you get on the phone to eat, we are suggesting many other ways. If you see that your mother is calling and for some reason mothers think they have their job is to constantly criticize you, even if you didn't ask for input. Sometimes that can happen. And maybe it was just the older generation, like my mom, passed this year. And my brother said that his hair is growing back in where he got thin in the last couple of years because of lack of stress. I said, wow, that is so cool. He goes, yeah, she's not picking on me every minute. And I went, yep. So
Wow.
if you think of somebody picking on you, if you think of a conditioned response where I've got to have something in my mouth when I'm talking to my mother, or I have to spend time on the phone with somebody who's high maintenance and I feel I have to do this, number one, have your party in the tube ready.
Mhm.
That's an inhaler with your favorite essential oil. Number two, have slim and sassy. Pour it on your tongue. Drink water. Choke in her ear. That way she'll stop whatever criticism is going on. I'm sorry, did that sneak out? And be
Yes,
concerned
it
about
did.
you. You also can apply oils and make clear statements of positive intent. I'm
Mhm.
going to have a successful conversation and I'm going to depersonalize her silliness.
Mhm. Ooh,
Cover more on that.
this is
Addiction
beautiful.
is addiction.
Yeah.
Change is mandatory for extraordinary results. We can't keep walking down the aisle where they had the Doritos and the Lay's potato chips
Mm-hmm.
and the cheddar cheese chips and all those nice crunchy things and expect to be sugar free, can we?
No, nope. That's you have to avoid those at all costs, and that's why you should never go shopping when you're hungry.
Right. John and I surprised our friends. We had them over for Christmas Eve. I think it was it Christmas Eve, Deb? Christmas Eve. We had friends over
Yes.
and we just John barbecued steak strips and chicken strips, and all we had to eat was extraordinary salads. We used our 10 and 12 ingredient little vegetables cut up with different kinds of lettuce and kale. So we were sharing with our friends what we're practicing now.
Right.
And
And it
everyone was satisfied, everyone enjoyed it. We didn't make any announcement. We just said, I hope you enjoy this.
that's right. And it was delicious.
Yeah.
It
Somebody
was.
asking, how do you print out the handout? Deb, you've done it. How do you do it?
You have to double click on the blue wording that says positive affirmations form. And then on my computer, it asks me to download it, and it downloads to Word, and then you can print it. But for anybody having trouble, I do have it. Just write me at happycal359@gmail.com, and I will be happy to send it to you.
Yes, because we're going to cover that shortly. It's a handout that talks about positive affirmations. I'm a
Right.
big believer in I clearly state what's going to happen in my life. So if I'm walking around saying, oh man, nothing ever works out for me, there's always bills in the mail, blah, 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 and we have a downturned mouth, we're going to have more downturned experiences, aren't we, Miss Deb?
Oh my gosh, yes. And it'll spread too. It
Yeah,
spreads
and
to other people, it spreads to other parts of your life. Yeah, not good.
right. And some people tell me, wow, I could tell I just feel good talking to you over the phone because you're not hearing the negative situation I'm in. And I go like, well, no, you created it. So you don't have to be negative about fixing it. You become aware of it. So
Mm-hmm.
that's half the battle. You're aware that it works out. Frankincense is
Yep.
good for all occasions. When you want to accept
Yes.
change or you're asking yourself to make very healthy choices for eating because you love you, then frankincense can be really helpful, can it, Deb?
Yeah, because we get stuck in a rut, even like with our eating patterns. We tend to eat the same thing, and if they're bad choices or have sugar in them, and now we're choosing not to, change is different for people. It's uncomfortable sometimes. So frankincense will definitely help us get through that.
Yes, and if you prefer DDR Prime, I love 2 capsules twice a day. I put it on the bottom of my feet. I love DDR Prime. I celebrate DDR Prime all of the time because it really helps the damage I did to my cells before I knew any better.
Absolutely.
Think of the first 30 years of my life, I was like the queen of negativity and then got knocked off my horse by lightning and figured out that wasn't the right way to do things. So I've been compensating ever since.
Mm-hmm. Mm. This is an eye opener. This is a different slide. How much sugar is in your drink? And if you just look at all the cubes that are lined up in front of those, and so many people, these are their common go-to things. The vitamin water, the Monster drinks, Mountain Dew. Oh my gosh, even Snapple has a
Yep.
lot. So really, it's hidden in there. You need to look. You need to be aware of what you're putting in your mouth, even though you think it's a healthy drink.
Yeah, and the truth of the matter is, if you have the courage to make a change in your life, you need to have the courage to resist the temptation. You're on the road. You're going to go teach a class on essential oils. You're on the road. You're going to go visit a sick friend. You pull into the gas station, you run inside, and look, these are always so convenient to the register. Where water, you have to walk 2 more coolers down. Isn't that true?
It's true. Absolutely. Even the snacks that are right there at the checkout stand are normally not the healthiest things for you. You have to go search for the healthier choices.
Now, let's talk about diet soda.
Mm-mm-mm.
Honey, it's
Yeah,
not.
remember, diet is a word we don't like to use, and we don't want to drink it either. Why not?
Well, it's highly processed food. It has no nutritional value. It's highly acidic. It contains dye. It contains chemicals they purchased from the drug companies here in New Jersey because they said, oh, we need something that'll make it look nice and brown and we'll bubble it up and it won't hurt them too much. Okay. They also
Hmm.
contain high fructose corn syrup and aspartame. Look up
Mhm.
aspartame and see what the benefits are for your neurological system. You will be surprised.
Yeah,
If
that line at the bottom is scary.
it never goes bad. The longer the shelf life, the shorter the human life.
Wow,
Okay.
that is
Diet
really.
soda is one of the major contributing factors now. They have been researching and they're afraid to say anything because everybody's afraid of Coke and they're afraid of Pepsi. Brain cancer, brainstem cancer, and people, the reason they're on dialysis.
Oh, wow.
And the doctors don't have the courage to say, by the way, I know you think you're being good while you're having your ice cream sundae and having a diet soda. Knock it off. Wash down the ice cream with just plain water. Sugar is an
Remember,
addictive substance, just like caffeine and alcohol. Now, what that means is there's little demons that are living inside of you that have made you very comfortable with consuming, in my case, like bread or muffins, anything that I can put something on. It's really good. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it's really bad for me. So when I was in the store over the weekend, my body said, hey, look, there's some nice potato buns. And I went, no, there aren't. And I kept walking. I kept both hands on my cart. Okay.
good for you.
The thing is, when you understand you have an addiction, you start taking yourself more seriously when it comes to food choices.
Hmm.
Because if it's in the house, you will find it.
Of course.
Yes, I packed up the stockings from Christmas and I actually found some candy in the bottom of John's. Fortunately, it was something I didn't like, meaning dark chocolate. Ew.
Eh.
Okay. Yep. But I snuck it in his work bag. Ha ha. So
Well,
he took it
good.
to the house.
So it's out of the house. Good job.
Yes.
Good job.
Yeah, sugar addiction is a perpetual cycle.
It is.
What happens? What starts it?
Yeah, well, you have a little bit of sugar. You like it. You crave it. Then your blood sugar levels spike. The dopamine is really excited. Um, it's released in the brain, and that's your addiction. Your
Yeah.
insulin is needed to drop your blood sugar levels because your body wants to control it. So you eat it, you spike it, your body fights it. So now your blood sugar levels plummet. All right, your high insulin levels cause immediate fat storage, and then your body craves the sugar high, as we call it. So then you have your cravings again, your low blood sugar levels caused you to have an increased appetite and cravings, and then the cycle is repeated again. So then you eat sugar, you like it, you crave it, your blood sugar levels spike, then they plummet, and then you want more.
Right. And just like Debbie mentioned earlier, we don't use the word that we're on a diet. We're adjusting our lifestyle. Because when you say
Mm-hmm.
the word diet, what you're doing is saying to yourself, I'm being denied something. I was bad, now I'm being good.
Right.
Lose all those terms. This is an educated lifestyle change because you want to be around for something that's going to be even more fun soon.
Mm-hmm.
And all of the oncologists are now lining up to say, you know, you guys are right. Cancer feeds on sugar, feeds on acid,
Oh.
feeds on these things. So probably using your oils to avoid developing cancer like Sue does with her DDR prime. Okay. I am healthy. I celebrate my cells. Debbie will laugh at me because she heard me on the way out to the car. Okay, I'm thanking you guys for an open door and safe trip, and all my cells are thriving today. They're expanding with goodness and love, and everybody we encounter, we're going to have fun with. And she'll be laughing. But then when we have fun, what happens, Deb?
I appreciate all her good thoughts and positive things. And it makes me realize that it's important for all of us to do that. It really does.
Right. And you need to know sugar is 8 times more addictive than cocaine.
Yeah.
It activates more of the pleasure centers. That's what Debbie was talking about, releasing the dopamine, than cocaine does. So we're going to eliminate it. And we've done several programs on how to get rid of sugar. But you need to understand you're in charge.
That's right.
So if you used to have 6 teaspoons of sugar in your coffee and flavored coffee creamer or whatever you call those things,
Right.
and then you would have dessert at lunch, and you would have, you know, sugar-based bread for dinner and dessert, and then a couple of glasses of wine. Let's start with the end of the day and start cutting everything in half. Just go for the bullet, cut it in half. And then a week later, just stop it. And no substitutes. What happens when they do substitutes, Debbie?
It only makes you crave sugar more. It just makes you searching for more sweet things. It does not help you stop eating or stop, it increases all those cravings. And sugars are everywhere.
Yes.
Yep. They're hidden.
Remember I was talking about my hot dog buns. Here they are, right. Breads and most plain bread.
Yeah, the sugars are. Yeah, they're hidden in things, even like you were talking about the flavored coffee things. Like if you go to Dunkin' Donuts and ask for like a hazelnut coffee or a mocha, whatever, those things they put in there to flavor the coffee, it's not a brewed flavored coffee. It's a syrup. It's sugar. So be aware.
Yes. Yes, it's like the lady who brought me the vodka bottle. And she shook up the bottle. And it was very pretty. And she goes, look, you can see right through it. There's absolutely no sugar grain in there. And I waited for her to laugh.
I know.
She didn't laugh. She was really irritated with me, telling her the vodka would convert to sugar, and it was actually 2.5 times sugar and very damaging to her body. She was not happy with me. But what am I going to say? Just because you eat sugar, don't worry, it's not there, right?
It's true.
Yeah.
Here's the sad part. When we eat sugar, it gives us that energy boost, but it helps us store fat. The consumption of sugar spikes your insulin level, so your body's storage hormone and circulating glucose is swept into your cells. And if your cells are already full due to a diet high in sugar, then this glucose is converted and stored as body fat. No. And then we have to...
And it's not that I don't really appreciate it this week.
Yeah,
because
warm.
So cold. I appreciate some extra layers, but I have a few too many. Okay, it just is the way it is. So we have to be real about what it is we're doing.
Right. And then, of course, the other component is that the candida that we've talked so much about, that yeast in our bacteria, in our intestinal tract, eats only sugar. So the more sugar we eat, the more we're feeding that, and it will make us feel more and more sick. Yep. And all those things that go along with the candida, the chronic fatigue and your arthritis and your irritable bowel syndrome and so many other illnesses.
Yeah, so when we did this the first time, oh my gosh, was this 4 years ago? We were encouraging people to be off sugar really purely for 3 weeks. Lady
Mhm.
wrote to us and said, I haven't had any farts since day 4, and I used to fart all day long. And I went, well, good for you. I'm happy to hear that. But it
Well,
was
yeah, that is a funny story, but yes.
because there was so much fermentation going on in her intestinal tract. The gas had to go somewhere, folks.
That's right. That's
Okay.
right. Yep.
And tell us about this.
Yes, the top 10 reasons to eliminate sugar. It suppresses your immune system. It disrupts digestion. It leads to hypoglycemia, insulin resistance, and eventually diabetes. It speeds up aging. It's acidifying, and diseases, especially cancer, thrive in an acidic environment. It dehydrates you. It's inflammatory. It contributes to depression and other mood disorders. It causes headaches, and it's addictive. So those are really
Yes.
good reasons to stop having sugar. Yep.
Yay. Our friend Jennifer from Washington State said she joined the Cleanse and Restore group that Lil Shepherd has going, which I'm sure will be great fun. Just please
Uh-huh.
remember, if you're with that, you really got to drink lots and lots of water, guys. Lots and lots of water. Because besides getting rid of sugar, your body's going to be dumping toxins because you're going to motivate it with such wonderful superfood that doTERRA offers.
Mm-hmm.
And here's some more suggestions to help you feel better while you're changing your lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. What you just said, make sure that your water intake daily is up to 80% of your body weight. And I know people always go, oh my gosh. But when we realize that that's what our body needs to function properly, it's so important to do that.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it really is, because you are dumping toxins. You want to wash them out. You just don't want to move them a quarter inch and let them take up a new residence. Get rid of your sugar trap. Physically weigh yourself and write it down in a secret place. In fact,
Mm-hmm.
it's so secret I can't remember where I put it. Each day trying a new vegetable or fruit to add. Smart goal setting. We have short term and long term, and we have several webinars on that.
Mm-hmm.
Choose your affirmations. Say them out loud at least once a day. Okay, the sheet that I gave you with positive affirmations.
Right.
Some people say, I am is the way to do it, making yourself perfectly present. I am making good choices about my eating. I am making good choices about shopping. I am cooking this way for the whole family. Everyone will benefit from reduced sugar, and there is no whining in my house. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to look at the sheet, and I want you to look in the mirror. I want you to apply your oils, and every time you apply oils, if you make a clear statement of positive intent, you will be amazed at how successful you are at staying busy, accomplishing what it is you want to accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You can do this.
Absolutely. And as you start seeing the changes, as you get through the first few days and you see the changes and your increased energy, we had people write to us the pain, like people that suffered from arthritis and were taking Advil like so many times a day. That was reduced for them. They had so much less pain. So as you see that, maybe your clothes are going to fit differently. All right. It's going to encourage you to continue. So just appreciate all those positive changes and express gratitude for them.
Yeah, and so many people wrote to us about how after day 5, they actually were less hungry. They drank
Mm-hmm.
water, they did their 2 20-minute walks, they took the Lifelong Vitality, the Terrazyme, the PB Assist, the GX, if you are brave, and use DDR Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I
Yep.
particularly love the Terrazyme because Terrazyme, when you are not eating sugar, will break up really old junk that's in your intestinal tract and help you eliminate it. It's
That's right.
to give your different organ systems little desserts. That's why we love the enzymes in Terrazyme. It makes you feel so much better everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And tell them about Zendocrine.
Yeah, I mean, that's really great. All you need is one at lunch. Just do them 10 days in a row. Supplements, always take it with food. And that will also help you eliminate a lot of that junk that we don't want in our systems.
Our
How
friend
is that?
Allison wanted to know about the Slim and Sassy gum. Do we recommend it? It has some sugar substitutes in it, and as long as it doesn't frustrate you, because see, the thing with the sugar substitute, if you're used to putting sugar in your coffee, real sugar, and then you put a sugar substitute, you go like, that wasn't quite it. And then all day long, your tongue is going like, what can I have? What can I have? So
Right.
I think the gum is good to stave off snacking when snacking
Mm-hmm.
is not good for you, but I'm not sure that not quite sweet flavor when you're accustomed to sugar, you're going to have to measure that yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And Jennifer suggested the affirmation, I can do hard things. Yes, you can.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great affirmation. The one I love best is everything always works out perfectly for me.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And water, water,
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, when you drink water, you get more energy. You're preventing yourself from dehydration. Your skin is healthier, and it diminishes the appearance of wrinkles when you're properly hydrated. Our body needs it. It allows nutrients and oxygen to travel to our organs and cells, which is so important. It also regulates our body temperature. It helps our
Yes,
joints. Water does flush
yes,
out all the extra toxins. So, a benefit of increasing your water is perhaps some weight loss because you can burn more fat. Water has
yes.
no calories.
No, it doesn't. It is really good for you. Up, secret
Mhm.
words. Remember, we warned you about reading labels. There's secret words.
There are. And these are just a small sampling of some of the words. Words that use sugar, syrup, or crystals is corn syrup, beet syrup. They call them Florida crystals, confectionery sugar, cane juice crystals. We've told you before to watch out for the words that end in ose and ide, like dextrose and lactose and sucrose. And as I told you the other day, I was surprised that the stevia actually has dextrose in it. So you think you're doing a good supplement, but you're still getting sugar in it. So be careful, read those labels. All
Yeah.
those other things Sue said, aspartame, even agave nectar, it's still a form of sugar, and sugar alcohols. They normally end in OL and others. Sorbitol, maltodextrin, molasses. You want to be careful.
Right. And even though they're in small amounts, you have to listen to your body. Okay. Because when
Mm-hmm.
I told people just go cold turkey, stop putting sugar in your coffee, stop putting sugar on your cereal. I picked up Trader Joe's little O's that are comparable to Cheerios. And I was telling my husband, I cannot believe the difference in how much there isn't sugar in Trader Joe's O's and how much sugar there must be in Cheerios. Because we used to all love Cheerios,
Of
but
course.
read the labels.
So true. So true. And you
Yeah.
know that Sue has given us some great things to help beat some of the side effects of getting off of sugar. Use your grounding blend, your relaxing blend around your core, and state, I am free of harsh judgments of myself and others, or I forgive myself for believing misinformation about myself. Very important to do that.
Yes. I brush my teeth with On Guard's Melaleuca often, which, of course, kind of ruins on your tongue the desire for sugar or crunchy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can use clove and lemon and lavender with that same focus on your tongue. Slim and sassy will work. It just prevents you from wanting to put anything else in it.
Right. And it's to help you stay aware of how unconsciously You walk by the snack cupboard, you open the refrigerator and grab something. Like right now, I've got a bunch of boiled eggs and cut up celery, cut up carrots, cut up cucumbers, cut up radishes. I have all these things lined up in the refrigerator. So if I'm so silly, I go open the door, I just grab some celery and crunch it. And I know this sounds funny, but if you prepare ahead of time, at the end of the day, you can be very proud of yourself. And that's the whole idea. You're choosing this for you, not for your sister's wedding, not for the retirement party, not for your honeymoon. You're doing this so you will have a healthier life. And if you're doing it for somebody else, that's very high risk, isn't it, Deb?
Oh, that's true. Because you know what? It leads to such disappointment if what you were planning to happen doesn't happen. So if your goal is you and a healthier you, it's a much more successful, opportunity to meet with success than doing it for someone else.
Right, because everybody is human. And the one day you want someone to notice how really terrific you look, and
Mm-hmm.
they have a headache and they can't see it, you're going to think there's something wrong with you. So you have to do it because you like how you feel. You like how you look. You like the clarity of vision. You like waking up with your mind clear. You require less sleep. I mean, it's amazing the subtle things you're going to notice, even in just that 3-week period of being very strict. And in my case, Debbie knows, I end up eating a lot of steak and scrambled eggs
Yes, you do.
because I can eat that whether we're at a restaurant, we're having a meeting, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no carbs. There's nothing I have to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't put sugar on my steak ever.
No.
Okay.
No, and most places where you go to eat, especially here in New Jersey, diners, they really do accommodate you. And so if you want to order like a burger without the bun and instead of the fries, they will give you a salad. So there are healthy choices that you can make.
Right. And I recommend this time of year, go take some dance lessons. Grab a friend, go take some dance lessons. So at least one night a week, you're out of the house, it's a different pattern, and you're with music. Music is such a wonderful place to spend your time and your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Music is just an amazing gift. And it's really important that you keep your hands busy. And I don't mean making brownies for school. Go to ShopRite and buy some. Don't you do that. Don't you bring them home and taste them. Don't do that. Okay. For the period of time you've decided you're going to really clean up your act, you have to be very steadfast in getting your family to share it also. You got to give up that vodka, Deb. You just got to give up the vodka, honey. Now,
Sorry.
these are things I learned along the way. These are traps. Don't let yourself get too hungry. Put safe snacks in your bag, in your car, have them ready. Sometimes we're all delayed on getting home in time for a meal or getting someplace. Don't let yourself get too hungry because then it's really hard to avoid emotional triggers. It's hard not to react because what do they call it now? Hangry? I am hangry.
Yes, I'm hungry. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And it's okay to let whoever's calling you leave a message. It's really okay. You got to plan activities with virtue-oriented people and do not respond to compliments or criticism.
Right.
Remember, you're doing this for you. So if your mother wants to say, "Oh, you should have done this so long ago because it would have been so much better for you," you can't do that. And you can't hear your sister say, "Wow, I wish I could get rid of my butt the way you got rid of your butt." You can't hear it either way. You have to
Right.
just be happy with you.
Right. This is a lifestyle change, as we're saying. It's for improved health. It's for improved functioning within your body. And so while the end result might give you those positive things that you're hoping for, a smaller dress size or something like that, this is a lifestyle change. We're asking for 3 weeks, but you know what? Sue and I both know people that have done this. They've been off sugar for years now. You know,
Yes.
they just keep doing it. Your sister-in-law, right?
Yes, Lynn. Oh my God, she is so good.
Yeah. So, I mean, it does become a lifestyle. And when you appreciate the way you feel and your own attitude towards yourself, that you're less critical and less judgmental, you just want to keep going.
And one
But
slip does not make a career, right, Deb?
that's right. I was just going to say one mistake. If you do have a slip up, if you just walked by and had to grab that piece of chocolate or something, okay, let it go. Forgive yourself for it and don't sabotage yourself the rest of the day. Just don't throw it away. So many people do that. And just don't. Just the next time you want something, go to your bag of carrots, go have some celery, or go eat something else that you have ready for yourself. And you can't rely on like the drive-throughs anymore. You have to prepare what you want to eat. That's, another trap.
Yes.
Those drive-throughs.
Yeah, and like I said, please prepare stuff ahead of time that is agreeable to you in keeping your strength up, because we've become very well acquainted with all kinds of vegetables we didn't even know we would like.
Oh, it was so much fun exploring the vegetable aisle.
It is. And remember, no dried fruit, no dried fruit. We forgot to put that slide in.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, never forget that to forgive yourself is to release trapped energy that could be doing good work in the world. Thus, to judge and condemn yourself is a form of selfishness. Self-prosecution is never noble, and it does no one a service.
Right on.
Don't beat yourself up.
Right. And we like these two around your core and state, I am free of harsh judgments of myself and others. I forgive myself for believing misinformation about myself.
Right.
Here's another blend that also will be very helpful for the same thing. Somebody just said, what's misinformation? Misinformation is something silly, like somebody says, oh, your legs are shaped so badly, no man will ever want you. And you've believed it all these years. So you wear long dresses. You don't wear anything that fits tight, even though we have these wonderful, beautiful, tight patterns now that everyone is wearing with long blouses and short dresses that are very attractive. But because you believed the misinformation that your legs were not attractive, you didn't give yourself the pleasure of wearing them.
Right.
Can you
And
think
a lot of
example of misinformation, Miss Deb?
Well, I was going to say a lot of times we heard that misinformation when we were really young. Some of us, and it really has stuck with us, and that's something that we have to forgive ourselves for. Nobody will ever like you if you look like that, or things like that, or wow, you eat, the way you eat. Oh my gosh, you overeat. You eat like a pig or whatever. All these negative comments, they stick with you, and you keep playing it over and over. And then sometimes it makes you feel so bad. You're just like, I don't care. I'm going to keep eating. You're looking for that source of gratification that you just can't find sometimes.
Right. Sometimes it's a case of you haven't been given the tools.
That's right.
Process false information other people are giving you. So that's why you have to depersonalize other people's bad days. So again, please do these things for you.
Right.
Not for a goal of by September next year, I have lost 100 pounds. Well, I think that's great, but why September, and who is it you're doing this for?
Right.
What are you doing this to get recognition? What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You have to do something that's good for you because you believe it's good for you.
Right. Yeah, there's again, the benefits of quitting sugar. They're so lengthy. There's so many reasons to doing this, but healthier you, your skin, your energy levels, you're more motivated to eat more cleanly. You increase your creativity, your mental clarity is increased. Your moods are more stable. You experience less joint and muscle pain, increased longevity, and you really do discover that you have a stronger willpower to say no to those bad things.
and to say yes to new vegetables and
Mm-hmm.
yes to, healthy radishes, because you will just plain choose those because they are good.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
The most important day is the day you decide you're good enough for you. It's the day you set yourself free. And that's what Sue was saying. Everything you're doing this, you're doing it for you, not for anybody else. And don't have expectations of what other people are going to see in the changes in you. Just appreciate them for yourself.
Not only that, but I don't even tell anybody you're doing this.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
Recognize the changes in your energy level. Let them recognize your enthusiasm has gone up another notch. Let people notice after the fact, and then that will give them a way to be encouraged and just say, well, I had to make some changes in my lifestyle because I really want to be able to stay up late at night. I don't want to have to go to bed at 9 o'clock. Okay.
Right. No, it's so true.
But it's you have to decide. You don't have limits. You have to decide you are in charge of what's inside your head and what's inside your heart. And you really got to depersonalize,
Mm-hmm.
because other people can have bad days.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, we want to encourage you on Facebook to go to Personal Peaceful Growth Calendar, where
Mm-hmm.
Debbie posts webinars. And there's also a newsletter that's coming out this week. If you're not already on our list, then you want to be on happycal359@gmail.com and ask Deb to be put on the list.
Okay.
And all we ask is that when you're on the different Facebook pages like Hug Fest and a couple others that we use, Susan Lawton, that you not republish anything to general media, just because sometimes I say things from experience that may not be necessarily compliant. And I don't want to offend anyone. And I don't want your new people saying, hey, how come she can say this will help headaches and I can't say that word?
Right.
Save yourself some grief, get educated, help people do their own making up of party in a tube. I love party in a tube because that offends no one.
That's right.
And remember, you're moving from a lifestyle you've been taught of reacting to initiating. So you
Mm-hmm.
want to stay well fed and balanced, well oiled and balanced, so you can achieve your goals and like yourself every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so important. Just love you for who you are now, and then you're going to appreciate who you become after you're done with these 3 weeks, right?
Amen.
Woo!
Amen.
Yes.
And we're going to do another one of these to encourage people who are just now eating through their cupboards today. We will post it so that we will encourage you when it comes to personal sabotage. We're going to cover personal sabotage and how you can avoid more tricks and traps to keep yourself hanging out with that demon sugar, because
Of
he is
course.
vicious.
Yes.
And he has help from Lady Candida too.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
They
All
work
right, but
together very mean.
but it'll be great. Enjoy this experience. Enjoy how you feel. Enjoy your changes. Don't be afraid of them and just welcome them.
Yeah, and name. Hey, I feel good, and this is because I'm in charge of me and my mouth. So I'm going to continue to feel good because it's a choice.
That's right. That's right.
Debbie,
Well,
thank
thank
you
you,
for
Dr.
your time and for the fun slides that you found for us.
Thank you, everyone. Good luck. Best of luck. Enjoy and happy 2018 and getting rid of sugar gracefully.
Yes.
Thanks.
Bye, Miss Deb. Talk to you later.
Okay.